Hey everyone, welcome to today's thrilling tale. The mischievous little brother finally earned his first paycheck, excited like a child, and the first thing he did was toss the check to his sister, asking her to pay the rent. This guy has changed, even reaching out to his sister. Despite his mischievous attitude, he started buying a phone. It may sound mischievous, but at least she's changed for the better, and while waiting to get the card, they shared a meal together. For the first time in over a decade, they sit across from each other, and he doesn't say a word, he just lays out a big bombshell. When he sees his sister about to decline, he gets fierce, especially upon hearing that she's forgiven their dad. She was almost jumping with anger, and upon seeing this, the guy immediately stood up to leave. He refused to stay, frustrated with no outlet, locking eyes with someone but realizing it wouldn't help. She stormed home to have another go at that, wondering why she had suddenly become the scapegoat when it was clearly his mistake. Her anger still seething inside, and the door just swung open out of nowhere. Her little nephew stared blankly at the scene, while the man's face turned ghostly pale in panic. Life lately has felt like a swamp, the debtor sinking into hell. She's using tactics she once scoffed at. With the slightest provocation, she exploded at the girl's brother, planting the seeds of hatred deep in her heart, noticing his discontent. Another session of lessons awaited her outside, which, though seemingly severe, was actually guiding her on how to grow into a real man as she made her way back to the office. The boss was on her case again, so unfair he couldn't just watch it happen, and quickly moved the brother to a different team. Only the previous guy and she remained, and she took out her savings book, seemingly to deposit, but unsure for whom. She went to borrow her sister's phone, but the sister was home for a nap, just as the guy was looking through the glass. Spotting her dad and nephew playing games together, she felt out of place, as if she were the outsider. They shared a drink with friends, but it didn't fix anything, and his mood only worsened. Did he even realize that? He even fought on the spot, his anger flaring out, as she decided to confront her dad, but when she opened the door, she found her mother and sister instead, and as reality set in, it was too late. Dad had already taken pills to end his life, and no matter how much she shouted, he didn't respond at all, and it wasn't until that moment that she realized maybe it was all her fault. At the hospital, the doctor suggested a blood transfusion. Hearing that, the man lost it, shouting to give all to his dad, utterly deranged. His wild demeanor truly tugged at heartstrings, and just as the girl settled her troubles with dad, she got a call from the guy. She didn't say much, just pretended nothing happened until he asked her out for drinks, and her lips curled into a slight smile. By the desolate riverside, the man didn't look up. In terrible moods, the chat drifted back to teasing. Yet, their hearts warmed a little over just a piece of lamb cake. After finishing the cake, an awkward atmosphere enveloped the two, as the man gently reclined on her lap, revealing their concealed emotions, yet still finding ways to instruct one another through their delicate actions. Trying to make up for each other's mistakes, their emotions spilled out easily, both weeping like children. After yesterday, the girl's perspective shifted greatly. She called out to her brother, ready to share her hard-earned cash. Her younger brother was naive, and she hoped to treat him to some goodies, but he treated her gesture like it was worthless. She hung around aimlessly waiting for her nephew, but the moment she spotted him, she dashed off, acting like a playful kid with the little ones. Just as she looked up, she froze, not even caring when she scratched her eye, while her nephew still brooded over that day's events. Dad was saved, with his wallet now holding pictures of his son, and their uncle sat gravely before the game console. The two sat together, without a hint of fantasy, as the TV glowed bright as ever, both lost in silence. She glanced at her nephew before standing up to leave, feeling too timid to utter another single word. "You really shouldn't behave this way. I'm truly sorry. Grandpa, stop it, please. Why are you hitting someone?" Dad and Mom would often say things like that, and sure enough, the phone rang again. "It's the smelly punk calling," she told the girl to treat them, asking to see the nephew's performance at kindergarten. They set a time, then he hung up, and anticipation flickered in her eyes as her brother noticed his change. He used to be late, but now arrives early, ditching bad habits, even speaking cautiously. No at all. Why are you hitting me? No at all. Oh, how frustrating it is today. Let's just call it a day and leave it at that. The boss was stunned by this, curious about what could inspire him to give up his current life, but when asked, the man couldn't say what it was. As his big brother, he resolved to turn over a new leaf. You crazy fool, what are you doing here? Why are you choosing to mess around with him, playing with him? What are you planning? Hand it over. The day's work is over. Come back and have a drink with us. They agreed to catch the nephew's performance, and the man promised to introduce the girl to his brother. The man took his brother along, but on the last day, he lost his usual edge, allowing the debtor to send the kids to their rooms.